Alright, before we get started, need to get all your materials ready. We got your snips, a box cutter or razor blade, empty cassette tape shells, a screwdriver set, some scissors, some cassette tape, and some splicing tape. Uh, Honestly, you could just use scotch tape, works just as fine. I just got this with like a little splicing tape kit that I bought online. Now on to prepping the cassette tape shells. You're going to want to unscrew them here and take them apart. We won't be needing the reels, but I like to hold on to these because I like making tape loops. And what I like to do is I'm not going to do it right now, but what I do is I'll run the razor blade across like this a few times, not too hard because this plastic is very weak. And once I get a good line in, I'll go through with the snips and slowly snip the pieces off. And for one of them, so what I do is two of them, I'll just cut this whole part off and just leave the bottom like that for two of the tapes. And for one, I'll only cut half of it like that, and I'll leave the back intact just so we could engage the record function on a tape player. When it's all said and done, it should hopefully look something like this. See? So you see that back part is untouched, and these two are cut. Once you got your shells cut and you're ready to go, it's time to make the tape loop. I would say I don't have a specific size or length, but the longer the better, because if it's too short, then you won't be able to hook it all up to the tape players when it comes time to actually putting the delay unit together. So start by just pulling some of that. Shit. That's good. And cut it. Whoop. Now you gotta cut a little piece of splicing tape. Make sure it don't get stuck to the table like that. Alright, we'll start with one side of the tape and tape the like that. And what I like to do, I like to grab it like that, and I'll pull the tape out like this, so I'm making an actual complete loop and not twisting the tape around. Then connect it right there. Alright, there's your loop. Then you'll just open up the shells and then put the tape through, and do them for all. And now your tapes are ready to be tapes are ready. To continue, you will need at least 2 cassette tape players, one of which will have to have a record function. I actually found these 3 at a flea market in Seoul, South Korea. They're actually really cool. They're for language acquisition, so some neat little functions there. But anyways, I digress. But for the playback heads, you could also use just like a cheap tape player. Yeah. Now for what I believe to be the hardest part is positioning the tape players so that the loop will play continuously. So I'll designate this one as my record head. Then I'll have this one as a playback, and this one as a playback as well. Like I was saying before, tape players have this tab right here that needs to get pushed back in order to be able to engage the record function. Alright, so sorry, I'm holding the mic with one hand. Very low brain. Alright. Okay, so in order for the loop to be able to play through each tape player, it can't be too loose, but it also can't be too tight. It needs like Goldilocks tension. Alright. You will also need something to spool the tape around in order to achieve the tension necessary. I like to use this light just because it helps me see. Maybe that's too much. Alright, so this is my general setup. Now to jumpstart the tape. This again, because this has this back piece, is my record head. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to press this and press play on this at the same time, and then quickly press play on that. That way the tension doesn't affect the other heads. See how that could go south real fast? So I hate this part. It takes a few times for me. I've been doing this for a while, and I still haven't been able to do it in one try. Low brain. I'm gonna get it. this a little more. Let's see. Okay, that didn't work. I'm gonna get it, I promise. Usually takes me about 10 minutes. Hopefully a little faster than that here. Maybe I'll try this. Yeah. Almost. There we go. All right. So now that I got that going, now I like to connect the. Oh Gonna get the cables hooked up. So for the record head, it's important that you plug into the microphone input. I like to use these 1/8 inch to 1/4 inch cables. And for these other two playheads, just connected to the headphone output. And then you're going to want to play with the volumes until you reach a volume that you like, as well as if your record head has like a input volume, audio input volume, you're going to want to do that too. Alright, so I finally got it to work, and yep, it's going. Yeah, just some other strategies, I guess. I like using 2 extra playheads because you could hook them up and have different effects run in parallel, like pan left, pan right. Yeah, so that's that. Also, you can use it how it was originally used. So this is inspired by Frippertronic, which was originally 2 reel-to-reel tape players, or tape, you know, tape machines. So you could also use just a record head and 1 playhead and have that as a 1 head delay. But yeah, I'm greedy, so I'm probably going to try and add a 3rd playhead just because I can. But yeah, there you have it. That's the Trippertronix, and was not the Goldilocks zone apparently, but usually it takes time to find it. You should probably more efficient ways to do this, but that's not me. Yeah, keep it low brain. Don't complicate things, because then things will just get complicated. Alright, so I finally got it working. I had to change the orientation of it. You'll see the record head is now at the bottom. Yeah, it takes a lot of experimentation and a lot of patience, but again, I'm sure other people out there will know much better efficient ways to do this. But here's how it sounds.